Bus Stop Saga: Lagosians recall how Charlie Boy was ejected from his rented apartment. In the wake of the ongoing controversy over the change of bus stop named after veteran musician and activist Charles Oputa, popularly known as Charlie Boy, some prominent Lagosians have stood up in defense of the decision as they recall how the singer was ejected from the residence in the area. MP reported that the outgoing chairman of Barika Local Government Development Area (LCDA), Kolade David, had yesterday announced the change during the inauguration of newly renamed roads and landmark within the council area. Charlie Boy bus stop, located along Bagada Road, was renamed Badu bus stop after popular Nigerian rapper Olamide. The development had, however, sparked mixed reaction from the public and activists. Charlie Boy reportedly had the bus stop unofficially named after him by Bagada residents who were familiar with his old residence in the area. However, the wave reactions over the change in the name of the popular bus stop had seen some netizens and columnists recall how the entertainer was ejected from the residence. Reacting in a post on his Facebook page, Duke Olabode, former Lagos State Commissioner for Local Government Civil Service Commission, confirmed that the bus stop was never officially allocated to Charlie Boy, adding that they left the residence which earned him the name "Dear Quarrelsome Circumstances." Charlie Boy was never officially allocated any bus stop in Bagada, Lagos, though people fondly called the place Charlie Boy, probably because of the attention-seeking bike imposingly mounted in front of a rented apartment where he lived back then, before living in quarrelsome circumstances. Now, wow. This one, are you trying to defend him or you are trying to castigate him more? Attention-seeking bike. Now, wow. The local government would have been smarter by just officially naming the place Olamide Bado bus stop, not renaming it from Charlie Boy to the new name. What's the difference? Who is this person talking? How can a bus stop be named after an ejected tenant who severely defied court orders to quit before being forcefully ejected? Or can we ideally honor a 70-year-plus man who refused to grow into his 30s at least, in conduct and appearance? Hell no. Who is this person talking? Who is this person? He has refused to grow. Like, what's your business with his appearance? What about his conduct? What's wrong with his conduct? Who are these people? At any rate, whether naming or renaming, the pronouncement has been made, and it is therefore official with the full backing of the law. Ekabo. If you continue to call the place Charlie Boy, it is personal to you, as it makes no difference as far as the law and official records are concerned. Make una keep una records. Maybe we keep our Charlie Boy, Abi. The popular road known as Kudus Abiola today was Oregon Road for decades, so getting used to Olamide Bado too is just a question of time, he wrote. Similarly, retired teacher and former neighbor of Charlie Boy, Bumola Adebusoye, held that the entertainer does not deserve a bus stop. So it is now, after many years, that people are now realizing that he doesn't deserve a bus stop. Now what for people? Now what? Adebusoye, in a post on X, maintained that naming a bus stop after Charlie Boy is an attempt to glorify immorality. After how many years? As the entertainer was alleged to have terrorized residents of the community. How did he terrorize them? What I hear is that he was empowering them with bikes. So how did he terrorize the residents? Including his landlady, who he owed 7 years rent. She recounted how Charlie Boy and his gang allegedly terrorized Bagada, which forced her and her family to leave the neighborhood. Now so, Adebusoye alleged that the initial name of the bus stop was put down by the entertainer. First of all, I thank the chairman for living up to the expectations of the people of Bagada, where Charles Oputa, alias Charlie Boy, also referred to as area father, lived and tormented the residents for years. As a Lagos indigene and from the royal home, we are proud of what the chairman did. At 65 and as a retired school teacher, I have a sense of what morality means. Ekabo. Having a bus stop with the name Charlie Boy is an attempt to glorify immorality of the highest order. And people are just realizing that. After many years, why didn't you argue then? Why didn't you fight then? When they named the Charlie Boy? And I know You can't name this place Charlie Boy, oh, Charlie Boy that was terrorizing us. No, we cannot. It is after how many years that people are now accustomed to that name, Charlie Boy bus stop, that you are now saying you want to change it to Olamide Bado. Olamide Bado too is a good person, Abi. He's an example of somebody with a moral standard. Abi, you people are not serious. You people are Nigerians. Now what for now? Now what for now? When we moved there many years ago, the first thing he did was to pull down the existing bus stop signpost, which was Second Pedro, named after a prominent Lagos family that had put in sweat and blood to the growth, fame and rise of Lagos. Charlie Boy was never officially allocated any bus stop. We have heard you, we have heard, okay, that is the truth. Calling the place Charlie Boy was his own creation. Secondly, Charlie Boy lived in this area as a little beast. He tormented the residents, turning the place into a jungle. He hoped for hard drugs, including cocaine and hooliganism. I lived close to him for about 5 years. So, Olamide Bado doesn't do drugs. The kind of songs that he sings, I know he has some good songs, but the kind of songs that he sings, is it preaching morality? So you think that Olamide Bado is the best option to rename Charlie Boy after? The same Charlie Boy you are accusing of being a hooligan and all whatnot. There are no other persons that you can use as a good example to use as probably if it's not Bado now, maybe I will not be really bothered. But you're using Bado. What has Bado done? What example too is Bado preaching? Because I don't understand. Motimo dongo yaro, motimo monkey tail, and all of those things. Is it not also related to hard drugs and whatever that you're accusing the same Charlie Boy of doing? Why not look for somebody else to use? Why Olamide Bado? I beg you, all of you are just hypocrites. Myself and my husband had to relocate to Ikorodu because of this nuisance. He was an extremely bad influence on youth and the core values of Yoruba nation. I recall his attack on a 70-year-old Mr. Akemi who challenged his rascality. He ordered his thugs to beat up the old man, who he stripped naked. I recall the children of this old man who came to challenge him were also beaten up. Storyteller. These actions, if taken in any civilized world, would have been challenged by the relevant authority, and Charlie Boy would have been sent to jail. He was contemptuous of Yoruba people. Listen, people have turned it to tribalism. Shebi you know, of Yoruba people, who he derided and insulted so often. He has no respect for the tradition and values of his host. He owed his landlord 7 years rent, which he never paid. Now, wow, this story, a lot of people will have to collaborate it because only you cannot just say, oh, this is what he did. Other people would have to come and testify to it. Rasha, it's okay. But I feel that there is tribalism added to this show. My listeners, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for listening. See you some other time. Bye.